Coming to you live from the Appraiser eLearning World Headquarters right here in Nashville, Tennessee. This is your weekly briefing from Appraiser eLearning. I'm Hal Humphreys, your host. There are a lot of interesting things going on in the appraisal world these days. 2023, I think, is shaping up to be kind of an amazing year. I know some appraisers have experienced a little bit of a slowdown in work. That's not always a bad thing. It gives you time to focus on some other things. One of the fun things about a slowdown in lender work is the opportunity to explore other ways to earn money as a real estate appraiser. I know that there are several classes. I'm going to mention a couple here in the next little bit coming up that will help appraisers find other work. So I'm kind of excited about that. I do want to take just a minute and troll social media for a little bit. I don't know if you're on social media or not. I try to stay off of it as much as possible, but here on Twitter, we've got this story. If you use the hashtag water, you'll find this story that talks about a city cannot be responsible for the water needs of a separate community, especially given its unlimited and underregulated growth. In Arizona, this is in reference to a story out of the New York Times. Rio Verde, Arizona, the town's water was literally shut off. And my wife actually sent me this article. Kim Green, she is the editor here at Appraiser eLearning. She puts together all of our e-learning courses in video format. And she sent me this article and said, does this have an impact on value? And I think, yes, it does. And somebody's got to measure that. There will be lawsuits over this. That is a good form of work for appraisers, being able to derive an indication of the impact of value of a 100% lack of potable aqua in an entire neighborhood. What does that do? What is the impact on value? How do you measure that? If you have any thoughts on this, on our YouTube channel here, which you can subscribe right down here, if you want to follow along in the conversation, use the hashtag water, and let's talk about what possible impact there may be when a subdivision's water is 100% cut off and what that might do to appraised values. Another thing I think is really interesting, and I'm not going to go to Facebook because I find Facebook a lot of times to just be a soul suck. There are a lot of negative Nellies on Facebook these days. That said, it is an incredible resource, and I get that. But Twitter is pretty interesting to me lately. There's this story on Twitter right now where there's some indication that appraisal waivers are going down. The ability to get an appraisal waiver has gone down, which has seemed, according to this one writer, to maybe have blunted the impact on a lack of appraisal volume. So that's an interesting thing. I don't know exactly what all that means, but I'd like to read more about it. And if you're an appraiser and you're curious about this business, maybe you go over to Twitter and just use hashtag appraisers and see what's going on in the world of social media for appraisers. One last thing about social media I want to point out. If you're on LinkedIn, I can strongly suggest that you head over and follow Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds is my partner here at Appraiser eLearning. He has an incredible following here on LinkedIn, and he often posts about appraisal industry things here on LinkedIn. So we've covered Twitter, we've covered some news, social media in general. Again, I'm not a huge fan of social media. It is a way to kind of stay up with the most current things. We try once a week here at Appraiser eLearning to bring you a weekly briefing so you don't have to troll social media so much. But there are useful things in social media. Facebook is a great way to connect with your peers, share information, ask questions. Twitter is a great place to follow the news for real estate appraisers. And also, this hashtag water business, I'm really, really curious how an appraiser would address the issue of a subdivision had a full load of utilities, including water, and now they don't have water, and what impact that has on value. I really do think that's going to be a fairly significant thing in lawsuits coming up. Let's head on over to Appraiser eLearning website and check out a couple things. Number one, I will be teaching the first course, the intro course to the National Association of Appraisers Review Appraisal Certification. That course is called Critique Anatomy of a Review. It is an intro course into appraisal review. We don't go deep into the appraisal review process. We cover kind of top-level issues and how to approach the work in some detail of how to do an appraisal review, but it is an introductory course. I'll be teaching that next Monday, January 23rd and 24th. It's a 7-hour class. We'll do 3.5 hours on Monday and 3.5 hours on Tuesday, the 24th. If you're interested in getting your NAA review appraisal certification, if you're already a member of the NAA, all you have to do is sign up for these courses, take both of the courses, and then there is the opportunity to take a final exam to get your certification in review appraisal. If you're not a member of the National Association of Appraisers, and I can strongly suggest that you become one, the first thing you have to do is sign up for the NAA. Once you sign up for the NAA, go take these 2 courses and then take the final exam and get exposed to yet another way to earn money as a real estate appraiser. Review appraisal is a fantastic way to earn money as an appraiser. Let's see here. We have back on the big screen, Measuring with ANSI, the 2021 ANSI Update 4-Hour CE. Hamp Thomas, Mr. ANSI, will be teaching that on January the 27th from 12 o'clock noon until 4 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Hamp does a fantastic job of teaching that course. Also on this page today, and it may be too late to sign up for this, 4-hour course starts at noon today, so there's probably time to sign up. Appraising Limited Market Properties. If you want to get your head around yet another niche area of the real estate valuation world, Brian Reynolds does a fantastic job of teaching. He's going to be teaching this class live on Zoom today, starting at noon. So if you want that course, hop over to Appraiser eLearning and sign up for it now. We here at Appraiser eLearning take pride in the education we provide. We like to treat our students as fully formed adult human beings. We don't treat you like children. We like to provide information that is useful and timely. If you have any interest in appraising limited market properties today, this afternoon, noon to 4, hop over to Appraiser eLearning, sign up for the class. If you have any interest in learning more about the process of review appraisal, sign up for my class on Monday. We'll do 3.5 hours on Monday and the second 3.5 hours on Tuesday. I would love to see you in the class, and it is another way to earn money as a real estate appraiser. Last thing I want to talk about, education-wise, our pal Josh Wallet will be teaching a course live in person in Denver, Colorado, February the 17th, 8 o'clock or 8:30 to 4:30 on February the 17th. This class is about appraising things that have nothing to do with lenders, non-lender appraisal work. It's a fantastic course. Josh is a great teacher. And if you're just dying to get out of the house, get out of the office, and go somewhere and learn, head out to Denver, February 17. Join Josh Wallet for his live class on non-lender appraisal work. It's a good class, and there's a really good chance I might sneak out there and spend a little time with him too. So if you get a chance, join us out in Denver. It'll be a lot of fun. Again, Josh is a fantastic teacher. Okay. Coming up later this spring, we've got some really fun things going on. Appraiser eLearning, once again, has partnered with the National Association of Appraisers to host the Appraisers Conference and Trade Show, the ACTS Conference. We're going to be out there in Sacramento, California, starting April 1 through April 4 this spring. We'd love to see you there. You can go ahead over to the NAA Appraisers .org, NAAppraisers.org, and click on the ACTS Conference and Trade Show button. Go ahead and sign up if you want to. We'd love to have you there. I think there are going to be some really interesting things going on at the ACTS Conference, really good educational opportunities, and some interesting news for the industry. So if you get a chance and you're interested, join us out in Sacramento, California, April 1 through April 4 for the ACTS Conference and Trade Show. We would love to see you. That is your weekly briefing from Appraiser eLearning, live from the Appraiser eLearning World Headquarters right here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm Hal Humphreys, your host. I hope you have a great rest of the week. And now a quick shout out to our sponsors.